I wish we could play the song longer, but unfortunately we can't. Welcome back, everybody. This is She and I. I am your host, B-Love. And like always, I have my very special host with me,
India Marie.
India Marie and B-Love, the husband and wife duo you didn't know you need, but you got us, and we are here to stay. This is the best thing to happen on a Tuesday, well, damn it, since Monday. You know how we giving it up already. Happy Mother's Day. I know I'm early. I'm early. I want to keep everybody on their P's and their Q's. You got a mama, your sister, your wife, your cousin, your niece. Tell them a happy Mother's Day. It's coming.
I completely forgot that Mother's Day is this weekend. And my mom is in town. My mom is in town. And I'm like, dang, maybe I should plan something for us to do because I never got home for Mother's Day.
Well, listen.
Since she's here.
It's here. So we need to do something. We can take her back to Arrington again. You want to do that? It's probably going to be packed.
Well, she's leaving on Friday. And I might be in Memphis this weekend.
What you doing in Memphis?
I might drive her to Memphis.
You didn't tell me that. See what I'm saying? I think your wife needs to tell you things like that. You know what I'm saying? Where Blake gonna go?
I guess he gonna have to come with me.
Saddle up, take off. He got practice Saturday. You gonna miss it?
Oh, unless you taking him to practice, because I might have to drive her.
I gotta work Saturday.
Well, he missing practice.
These are things that we need to discuss off. Anyway, we hope you guys are having an amazing week, and thank you guys for listening each and every week. If this is your first time, welcome. Come back and see us again. This is how we do it every day, including the weekends. And tell a friend to tune the hell on in. I ain't even on a Red Bull and I'm feeling like, what's up? What's up? How you feeling?
I feel fine.
Also, if you're listening to this right now and you want to see it live action, go to YouTube, like, subscribe, and tell us about it. If you haven't already, go to Apple, leave a 5-star review.
A couple people left some views over the past week. Very good. A couple people did what we asked them to do.
If you're thinking about doing something other than 5, your ass need to go to the other way. Don't come do anything else. There you go. That's all I had to say. You jump in, jump out. How was your week, Queen? Tell them.
The week was actually very fun.
You had a good time. You had the time
weekend
of your life this week. If I can make my wife smile the way that her best friends make her smile, I did a hell of a job. I can't do it. It's something about when she gets around her girls, she turns into a whole different person. Like she becomes an extrovert all of a sudden. I've never seen anything like it before. If she gets around anybody else she doesn't know, she's standoffish, real guarded. But when her best friends, even with me sometimes, I can't even hug her. Even with me. But when her best friends come, oh my God, they hug, they kiss, they twerk on each other. And I'm sitting back like, damn, look at the smile on her face. I couldn't believe it. Look at it. Every time that I'm not lying, this is what happens.
Y'all know I got my two best friends, Ophelia and Amber.
The smile.
Ophelia lives in Houston.
She's blushing right now.
And Amber was the last one to turn 30. So
Big 30, what's up, Amber?
Celebrated her birthday this past weekend. Ophelia came to town. And yeah, we just had a good old time. We kicked it with Amber on Saturday night. Turned up. We played what was the name of the game we played?
I'm gonna talk. So listen,
what was the name of it?
Ox God.
Ox God. Okay, so like AUX. I didn't know what Tasha was saying. Okay.
AUX.
So it's like you're on 3 different teams and you pull a card and it'll say, I don't know, example, Janet Jackson. And then
what kind of example?
The 2 teams will have to play a Janet Jackson hit. And then the 3rd team judges which of the Janet Jackson hit was the better song.
And the thing about the game, the music don't lie. So even if you don't want to vote for the other team because they didn't vote for you, when the beat drop, boom, 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 boom. Everybody know what's about to happen next.
Yeah. So we had a great time playing that game. Got a little heated.
It got heated.
It did.
But it was a ball though. Yeah,
that was a great party starter. I don't even think that I had ever heard of that.
Malia told me about it one time.
Okay.
Randomly, Malia told me. I think Malia told me about the game.
If you want something fun to get the party going, play Oxguard.
Yeah, we're gonna take it to another level. We're gonna have a house party soon. We're taking this shit to another level with that.
I already told you what we're supposed to be doing.
We're taking it to another level with that right there. I'm gonna tell you about it off there. Listen, trust me, I got a plan. Anyway, the game was a phenomenal hit, and I'm gonna take it to the next level with some. I'm gonna add something to it. But do you miss your friends so bad right now? Just ask me.
Yeah, but I'm the type of person, I don't have to see my friends like every day or every week. It's just I hadn't seen them in a while. I hadn't seen them in a while. And, we were all able to get together and have a great time. I mean, Amber lives here now, but we both just have very busy lives. So it's nice. I didn't have to do nothing this weekend but kick it with my girls. That's it.
I gotta talk about something. We just go ahead and get into it because I know you said you want to go ahead and take a nap because you're so tired. Think about her. She parties one day, right? One day. She parties on one day. She's tired for the rest of the week. I think it's a lie.
That's facts.
No, she stays up late one night and parties a little bit for one night.
That is facts.
And the rest of the week she's dragging. I'm so tired. I don't want to cook. Oh, I can't even clean up. This morning, my girl stayed in the bed with a bonnet on. Every time I walk back upstairs. See, I'm not lying. You can tell by the laughter.
I was tired, which is why I don't go out.
Bro, every time I walk back upstairs, she's sitting to me looking at me crazy. Like, why am I up? Nigga, I gotta go to work. She in the bed, bonnet on, phone, scrolling away.
I am. It takes me way too long to recover. And at this point, I'm fine to never drink again. I'm fine to never have alcohol again.
Listen. Well, Smoke
I'm not going to say I'll never have weed again.
See what I'm saying? Look. You got old Smoke Dog over here.
When you smoke weed, you just, you get a little sleepy, go to sleep, wake up, you're fine the next day. But with alcohol,
And she's feeling it all week. It never really fails. I want to get into something. I got 2 or 3 things I really need to discuss with you all. Because somebody may be wondering out there. So I need to go ahead and hit the button right now to get this show on the damn road.
During the week, we got deep. Chill. Let's talk on the podcast.
I thought somebody was walking in our house because she was patting her foot. I'm like, you hear that? You were patting your foot. Check it out. Last week, if y'all tuned in, y'all saw us sit on this podcast. And something happened last week that we discussed. I said she looked nice, and I talked about how well she was dressed. And we forgot to talk about something. We'll get there in a second.
My God.
We'll double back. We'll come back around. Anyway, I said right here on this podcast, and I said, hey, you were looking nice when we went out the other day, and you had on XYZ, and how the earth tones of the brown panty matches her skin so well. And after we got off the pod, that I was going to wail that tail. Now, fast forward on this same episode, she said, I'm so tired. Mind you, we went out that week too. So this is 2 weekends in a row we've gone out. 2 weekends in a row, she's been tired for the rest of the week. I'm so tired. I just can't even do anything tonight. If you want something, can we do it tomorrow? And I'm like, all right, you tired. Who am I to deny some thigh? So I said, sure, let's go ahead and wait until the next day. I promise I'm going to give you some. Pinky promise. The next day, I'm going to do. You want a pinky promise? Come on, baby.
What happened the next day?
Come on, pinky promise. Remember this?
What happened the next day, Beard?
It don't even matter the next day. What do you get when you break promises? If you're wondering where I'm going, I didn't get to sniff the booty. Not only the next day, what up until this point?
Beard. Well, no.
Y'all want me to lie?
Because when I got home,
I'm not a liar.
On Saturday, you were already asleep, snoring, mouth slobber on the pillow, sleep. And I didn't get home that much later than you did.
What you mean?
Saturday.
You're lying. Let me tell you, I know you're lying.
How?
I watched a full 2 episodes of Ozark. Ozark's back, by the way. I watched the full 2 episodes. I saw you when you came in. I cut the TV off. So what, Ari?
Well, when I came in, I did eat a little bit. So I had to do that before I came upstairs. Which is what I did last week.
See what I'm saying? But somehow, my penis get put on the back burner.
Okay, so your penis don't get put on the back burner, but I'm not gonna make no pinky promises. But
you see what I'm saying? This has been So, ladies and gentlemen, when you break promises to your significant other, what happens? Like, do you guys do that on a regular basis?
Apparently, I'm not the only one because I heard him having this conversation with somebody else.
Shout out to my boy Jeremy. He coming on the pod. Whoop.
Amber's party on Saturday. However,
see what I'm saying?
I feel like maybe, foreplay should just happen during the day. Because what happens during the day, nothing happens during the day. And I don't be ready to go at night. And I just be sleepy, Bear. I be sleepy.
The thing about it is,
I be sleepy. Why you acting like you don't know I be sleepy, Bear?
Sleepy don't even matter because the thing about it that we're neglecting here is something I want to highlight.
What?
The pinky promise. Is that considered now a lie?
That's not a lie.
Oh, well, shit, what is it then?
I honestly forgot about the pinky promise.
So you don't listen to the podcast? I listen to the podcast.
It's not. I don't listen.
You don't. I know you don't. I know you don't. See what I'm saying? The truth is
what are we
unfolded.
doing here? Like what?
We're talking about lies in
relationship. Supposed to happen after this conversation?
I really don't know because I'm not going to hold you to the fire anymore. And then the thing about it is...
and when I've been getting... Let me tell y'all what he does when I get in bed.
Come on. So we're going to talk about this.
Instead of just spooning me when I get into bed, you know what he does?
I turn the other way.
Because I sleep in a position for him to... First of all, he goes to sleep facing me. And the way that I sleep, it's perfect spoon position. But when when I get in the bed, this nigga rolls over to the other side. Does that sound like anybody that wants some ass? What I'm supposed to do? Tap you on the shoulder and make you roll back over?
Everybody heard of a reach around. Grab that meat.
No, I'm not reaching around as soon as I get in the bed, you roll over.
If you made a pinky promise to somebody and they get in the bed, no matter how they're sleeping, if they got their back turned after a pinky promise, you better reach your arm around, grab that meat, and say, I want to be your freak. Because that makes no sense to me. This makes no sense. How you sit up here on a live recording of a podcast, look at the people. You're lying not only to me, you're lying to the people.
I don't know what you want me to say.
I want you to apologize live, right here.
Well, I apologize that I pinky promised you and that didn't happen for you.
And it hasn't, and I know it's not, so I'm not gonna make you pinky promise again because you're a tired soul. 2 weeks ago now.
He better be glad that I'm in a decent mood right now, because otherwise, the way he talking, I'll be letting him have it. He knows exactly why he did not get no butt last week, so I'm just gonna leave it at that.
But let me ask you a question.
I'm done talking about it.
You got to give more context because now you.
I don't have to give more context.
I know, but now you got the people thinking I got like a yeast infection in my pee hole or something. That's not it.
Nobody thinks that there's a reason why nothing has gone down in the bedroom over the past week. The end.
The craziest thing about it is don't pinky promise even if you know. So if you don't want my meat, then don't talk to me. Go ahead and free yourself. Come on, man. What is you saying right now? That leads me to a question, though. I'm following.
My gosh.
Last week's episode had a lot of engagement as far as like DMs. If somebody asked me something, I gotta pull out.
What did I tell you about that?
I know. All right, here we go. This question came up last week, and it said, "Be-Love and India Marie, great episode last week. I laughed nonstop. But you mentioned last week that there has been a time or two when you ended quickly." Oh, shit, hold up. I ain't want to read this then. Let me start. You mentioned last week there's been a time or two when you ended quickly. Well, this is a girl. I have a boyfriend that I really like, but he is struggling with his timing. How would we handle that situation?
Sound like a you question to me.
Ain't a me question. Cause I'll tell you what to do. You need to get that man a Red Bull and a Men's One a day and wish him on his way. he's going to take you to Pound Town, Queen. But maybe it's you. And that's what I was saying last week. Maybe it's her. Maybe she putting that Watusi on him too good, and
But
he don't know what to do.
just because the girl is giving good sex don't mean she deserves to have short sex.
I know, but maybe he needs to try to control. It's something called, like, what is it called? When you control your ejaculation. Somebody out there tell me.
I don't know what it's called.
But it's something out there that it's called. And yeah, that was a question. So that's all you got for it? She has a whole question.
I also think it's important, like, at some point you're going to have to end up telling him, like, you're not being satisfied. Because it can also be that the sex is good, it's just not long enough. Like, by the time I get into it, you done. And I'm sitting here...
herking and jerking.
You know, not do what I need to do.
But check this out.
He could also have, like, a terrible diet. And sometimes that plays a part in how long men can last as well.
My diet good, because I go on and on like Short Dog now. He told you in the song. But check this out, though. Now, you don't look upside my head like I'm lying. You'll never know I'm lying the way you've been withholding over there. Hey. But what I was trying to get to off of that question was, is there something, you mentioned foreplay. Do you think that he could do more foreplay to heat things up and to spice things up and get her ready and get her off faster than it would him?
He definitely could.
Does foreplay help get you there quicker?
Yes, but also when I do foreplay, if I orgasm during foreplay, I'm expecting another orgasm during sex. Like, that's not... They're two different types of orgasms.
I understand that. We talked about this last week. We talked about this last week. But can he get you almost there in her situation? Can he get her almost there?
Y'all could definitely increase the foreplay.
And then all of a sudden, pop it in. And then sexual eruption.
But if he erupting as soon as he get in there because the anticipation from the foreplay has just killed him.
This is true.
Then he's still not getting the job done.
This is true. Now, with that being said, we put an Instagram post up probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago that I wanted to talk about because a lot of y'all are vulgar and y'all like stuff like this. Y'all like to hear old nasty freak stuff. And we put a post up and it was about a safe word. And underneath the post, all the comments were, I thought y'all were going to talk about a safe word during sex. If we had a safe word during sex, what would it be? What would your safe word be?
I don't know.
Have we ever gotten to a point in sex where it's gotten too wild that you think we needed a safe word?
No.
All right. With that being said, if a person wanted to explore something like that, where I wanted you to, I don't know, hang me from a ceiling fan or something like that, should we start to talk about that and incorporate a safe word?
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
So how
I think that, the longer people together, the more experimental they should be in the bedroom. Okay. So it's definitely worth having a safe word if you looking to try some stuff that you wouldn't normally try. Mm-hmm. Like if I was to just get up and say like, hey, I think I'd like to try anal one day.
Yikes. No,
I would like to think that I would probably use a safe word and be like, too much tapping out.
That's a sentence. That's a phrase. Banana in the tailpipe.
Like not interested in anal. I've never been interested in anal.
Somebody might beg to differ, but
I know I have a couple of friends who have participated in anal sex.
Future said on his new album,
I like the thumb in the butt.
No, not the thumb in the butt.
I'm just saying, but that's to her in her rear.
And she made I forgot what I look up the lyric and post it on the episode or in the story or something like that. That's
the most that I think I would enjoy.
Oh, we not kink shaming either. Do your thing. If you want to let that thing hang, then you gotta let that thing hang. However, we're just talking about us not needing a safe word yet. I think we need to start exploring like different realms of sexual escapades so I can find a safe word.
I don't know, but for us, it would have to be like a conversation around like what we're willing to experiment with and what we'd be open to. Like he already knows that I don't like his hands around my neck, and people
unless we're kissing. I told y'all.
I don't even like that.
Oh,
like a
kiss
front
harder.
hand to the neck.
Oh, no,
I don't like
that's
it.
crazy. I ain't doing no front hand.
But some people enjoy being choked during sex, and that's not something that I enjoy. But that's also a trauma response to me.
What
So
about
it's like something negative that had happened to me in my childhood, and I don't ever want to experience anybody's hand around my neck ever. So when it comes to sex, it would definitely have to be a conversation of like what we're willing to explore and what is 100% hands off.
Now, with that same, I forgot what I was going to say, under this same notion, right? How do you go about telling your significant other when you're ready to explore those elements of sex? Like, hey, India, man, you've been doing that reverse cowgirl too long. It's time for something else. What do you do? How do I tell you that without you getting offended? Because you might think your reverse cowgirl is the bee's knees. You may think you putting that thing on me so good that the reverse cowgirl gonna last forever and ever.
So, I mean, usually you don't ask me to get in reverse cowgirl. I just hop up there. So if it's something that you would be tired of, I would like for you to take initiative and put me in different positions that you would like to try.
But what if the position it may be too advanced? Let me tell y'all something. Speaking of this.
What's too advanced?
All right, we finna get here. I looked around my house the other day, and I was kind of, cleaning up, right? Looking through my closet, looking at clothes, and then I go in the back of the closet, and I feel something there. Like, oh, what's this? I pull it out, like a rope. The fuck is this doing? I forgot we bought a sex swing. We bought a sex swing under the advice of one of my other friends. He was talking about it, and she had so much fun. Shout out to the homegirl and the homeboy. And we went out one. Never been used. What's up with that?
I don't know, Bear. You the one who tucked it in the back of the closet. However,
I told you that.
Looking at a sex swing,
I told you
it
one
don't
day
look like it's that comfortable.
See?
But I'll try it.
No, you told me one day you didn't want to try it.
But I need to be dripping wet before I get up there. I don't want to just be up there hanging and dangling like a dead roach.
Like a rotisserie gold chicken. I can see you up there like a rotisserie gold.
I do not want to be doing it. But we can try it. But like I said, I'm just happy up there. What's that couple on Instagram? Mozzie and they had a video up there, but they funny as hell. But he just had her up there. It was up there hanging and dangling.
Like a rotisserie gold chicken. She's looking at her bacon against the wall.
And I don't like to lose control of myself and what I'm doing. And if that's the point, I would have to release control of myself.
I think that's the problem.
So we can try the sex swing, okay?
I just want to put that out there. I just want to tell everybody what is going on, all right? I needed to get that off my chest. Just kind of piggybacking off the question from last week. But I wanted to get into a serious topic a little bit. Not really, though. Another one came in, and I can kind of freestyle this question, but it came in. What happens, or how do you tell your partner, I'm summarizing, that the relationship is gone stagnant? What do you do to spice it back up? Stagnation. Is that a word? Mm-hmm. How do you tell me if, like, man, be love, this shit ain't popping like it used to?
I don't know. Every time we go stagnant, we get to arguing. And then we end up back in therapy. So I don't know, like, what's the... You got to what?
I got to pay for it. I forgot to pay. It ain't my fault. It's the card. They got the wrong card on file. It's them. Oops.
But yeah. I mean, you would just have to be like, hey, we're going to have to spice this up because I'm not having fun in this relationship anymore.
All right, but watch this. That goes back to the previous topic that I kind of just talked about too. What? About sex. Like, how do you tell somebody that it's a little bit boring in the bedroom? No, I'm talking about the relationship.
Sex, or are we talking about the relationship?
The relationship in general, but I'm saying those two things kind of go hand in hand.
No, they don't.
You got to be willing to receive that information too.
You do have to be willing to receive it.
A lot of people, if you tell somebody that and they're not ready to receive it, it's going to be bad.
But again, I think you're talking about two different things. I don't necessarily think they're interchangeable. I mean, obviously, if the relationship is boring, they're probably not having any sex. But maybe the relationship is great and the sex is just boring. Like, maybe they have a ball together. And then when it comes time to get in the bedroom, it's very vanilla sex.
So do you leave everything behind Because of the sex is boring?
Well, it depends on what your values are and what's important to you in a relationship. Do I think that people should have to experience bad sex in relationships? No.
That's what I'm saying.
Do I think that people can be coached into better sex? Yes.
Man, how? How you gonna coach me?
You have to be open to receiving.
I'm open to receiving. Tell me what I need to do. What I need to do right now. Come on, give me some on-air advice how to please that thing and make it nice. Come on, give me some.
Man, leave me alone.
What I need to do, come on.
If you tap me again.
Tapping it like Blake. Give me some advice, man.
I don't have no advice to you. We're giving general advice right now. Okay, my bad.
Stagnant, let's go. So what you doing?
Period. I just answered the question. You can't just stay in stagnant relationships because then
I agree.
You end up, the longer you stay in a stagnant relationship, the further you grow apart. Mm-hmm. The further you grow apart, the easier it is to cheat. Or the easier it is for the relationship to just end. Mm-hmm. A lot of people stay in stagnant relationships because the person is comfortable to them. Mm-hmm. I've seen some women stay in some terrible relationships. They were so familiar with their person that they didn't want to start the fuck over. Baby, start over. Go find something else. If it's not working, if you have that conversation, you sit down and you have that conversation and be like, this is not working for me. This relationship isn't fun for me. The sex isn't fun. Like, I need something more. And nothing changes. And y'all sit down and you be like, okay, how can we fix this? How can we change this? And nothing changes after those changes. And maybe it's time for you to like evaluate
where you stand.
And I'm not even talking to married couples with this conversation because obviously it's a little bit harder. Granted, I don't think that people should stay in relationships that they're not happy in.
I just thought about something about married couples.
But if you're single, you have all the time in the world to find the person that's not going to have you bored as hell in the relationship.
And single means not married. That's what we're talking about. Like, you could be dating. Single means not married in this situation, because if you're just dating somebody and you're not happy with that person, you better get your ass up and dip.
And like I said, that is not to say that if you're married, you should stay in stagnant relationships. What I'm saying is that if you're married, maybe you should put a little more effort into the relationship, because me personally, I don't take vows lightly. It's like, people get married, they say them vows, their oath under God.
Some people don't believe in God. They need to be up there front for the family.
And it just kind of like goes out the window. But I do take that very seriously. And I do think that if both people are willing to do the work and grow with each other, then, you can come out of that stagnant relationship, because Bear and I have done it multiple times.
I was about to say, have we ever been stagnant? Like,
absolutely.
We have?
Absolutely.
Girl, I ain't never been stagnant. I'm like the ocean or the river. I flow all the time.
Are you drunk?
Hell no, I'm keeping it a buck with you right now.
He's not keeping it a buck. We're not going to have this conversation if you're not going to keep it a buck, because this shit has been terrible before.
Damn, I know.
What are you looking confused for?
I know it's a little bad.
Did you forget about 2020? What the hell are you talking about?
But I'm talking about stagnant.
It was very stagnant.
Because we weren't
doing anything.
The world wasn't doing anything.
But we still weren't putting any effort in. I know a couple who was doing home dates every fucking week in the house.
Why you want to be like another couple? Be like yourself.
I don't want to be in a relationship where I'm not dating.
I'm just playing. Keep going, man. You be getting hot.
Yeah, because like you trying to have serious conversations and all you want to do is play in the middle of the series. Like, no, had a conversation.
We have been. So tell them 2020 was stagnant. But we got it back on track.
I don't know what's going on with him right now.
We got it. What you mean?
I don't know.
What else? That was the only time?
No, that's not the only time our relationship has been stagnant. Are you confused?
But I was saying, all right, we got it. We've had a couple of road bumps, all right? But here we are.
We are not in the same relationship. Are we not living in the same house?
I guess so.
Oh my God.
Shit, I didn't know. My nigga said it was terrible.
It was.
I think I ain't giving up on that T word.
I'm not.
I'm trying to back her off of it. No, it's terrible. Right
it
now.
Was.
It's cool right now, all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Look at me.
We're fine now.
So adamant about being terrible, I had to figure it out.
Nigga, these people have been listening to us for years. I'm pretty sure they can tell in the tone of the podcast when a relationship was stagnant.
So listen to me right now. What did we do to get it back on track? Besides,
We went to therapy.
Besides, but see, you just can't tell everybody, hey, man, go to therapy.
How come I can't? Everybody need therapy.
That might be true, but everybody might not want to take their route. So what other advice besides that can you give somebody? You know what I mean? Like, you can't just say, you can't put a blanket over it and say, hey, everybody, go to therapy. It's going to work for you.
I still stand by what I'm saying. Go to therapy. Because if it doesn't work, that's confirmation that it ain't going to fucking work. Because sometimes you go to therapy and realize...
You can have the wrong therapist too, though.
Sometimes you go to therapy and realize that there's nothing more that you can do in the relationship and it's not going to work out. But aside from therapy, I'm going to say this. When we were going through our rough patch in 2020, I got a reading done. And it was for me, but I specifically, before I ended, I was like, can I ask you to pull a card for my marriage?
Oh, pull a card for me. I don't want to know.
She got a card and she was like,
5 swords.
She was like, are y'all even trying to make this work? And I was like, no, we're not. And she was like, I see so much negative energy in your marriage. I said, it is. Like, we hate being in this house. And she was like, y'all are gonna have to learn each other again. She said, I'm seeing that y'all are 2 completely different people than what you were when you first joined together. And you're going to have to get to know each other all over again as new people. Mm-hmm. Fast forward to this year, we started therapy. Or I guess December.
Yeah, 2021.
We started therapy.
We call it 2022. Sounds better.
Again. And with the new person, he echoed the same thing that the person I got my reading from said in 2020.
Yeah.
He said, y'all are going to have to start dating and spending time with each other and getting to know each other all over again.
That's what he said.
So I'm going to say this. When it comes to a stagnant relationship and negative energy in your relationship,
what's big?
Go back to that. Because you'll find that the person that you're with does not like the same shit that they used to like a long time ago. And you're sitting here trying to please the person that you first met, and that person doesn't even like to be pleased that way anymore.
She don't even like a sleeve of Oreos. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, my nigga ate a whole sleeve with just like that. Oreo's gone. Yeah. I ain't seen an Oreo in the house beside Blake. She'd look at him and turn her head. Back in the day, Oreos kept this nigga fed. Continue. I'm keeping it real with the people right now. They need to know you.
You're not keeping it real at all.
I did something sweet last night.
You're not real at all. Like, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
I'm sorry, go ahead. But also, too, you can start doing start making intentional time for one another, too. It's stagnant. Right on. Like, you can start playing games and stuff. And I always say this, too, man. If it gets stagnant, go back to the games. Go back to fun. Like, you can restore the vibes just by being happy around each other.
But I'm going to go back to this. What's working for one person is not necessarily working for the other person.
It's true.
And you have to go back to learning your partner's love languages and seeing what they like and how they thrive.
Yeah.
And so that may not be something that the other person wants to do. Granted, you sacrifice and be like, okay, yeah, I play this game with you, but that may not get the person jumping the way it gets you jumping.
Now check this out.
And so we've also talked about how, like, our therapist asked us one day, he was like, he was like, she's not the same person she was when y'all met. Like, she's gotten married, she's had a child, she has gone through different phases of life. You can't expect her to be the same. And he was like, are you the same?
And he was like, yeah.
And he was like, you can't be the same.
I said, bullshit.
And so it's like, at what point do you grow out of who you once were? Because I met you at 23. Why should you be the same and interested in the same things that you were interested in 23 as someone that's 35 now?
26.
That's that's over a whole decade of time. There's nothing that I can think of that I was interested in when I was 23 that I'm interested in now. And that goes, there's such a range. Not what I thought I wanted to do in my career, my interests, my likes, my dislikes, certain things I thought I would always hate, I love now. So you grow and you evolve. And I think in relationships,
come on, girl, you preaching today.
You have to grow and evolve with that person. We've seen couples break up because one person elevated and the other one stayed the same.
Ooh, that's good. So listen, what if one person is elevating, not only as a person, but spiritually, physically, and the other person just can't get out of first gear? How long should you try to stick around and help that person to kind of get with the flow of the program? Or should you just go ahead and give up on them immediately?
I think it depends on the person.
Okay, come on.
Because sometimes when you stay with the person who's stagnant in their energy, it hinders you from progressing into the person that you're supposed to be. And so you can't continue to grow because you're supposed to be equally yoked, right?
I guess.
And
that's what they say in the Bible.
When I think of that, I think of growing together.
Yeah.
In your relationship. And if you're not able to do that and one person is just stuck there, some conversations are going to have to be had. And if nothing changes from there, then it may be best to part ways because you want to be with somebody that elevates you. You want to be with somebody that grows with you through all the seasons of life, through different areas of life.
Can we have
And I think that sometimes that people are afraid of change. I think that sometimes people feel like the old days were the good days and they want to live there and stay there instead of focusing on how much better life could be if you grew and elevated past who you once were and the things that you were interested in.
Oh, you going first. I had to hit that for you. You must read a book today. This nigga reads.
I do read, but I didn't read a book. I haven't read a book today.
She was in that room scrolling on her phone and she picked up a book, laid in the bed till about 12 p.m. Decided to wake up and still decided not to do a pinky promise, but that's cool. Now, check this out. When it comes time, everybody's stagnant, right? Boom, we cannot figure it out. And it's time for us to part ways. Can we do that amicably?
It depends on the couple.
Can we then talk to one another and I can come to you and say, India, listen, I'm up here. I'm elevating. You see where I'm going. I want you to come along with me. I've given you time. I've tried to let you come into my world and see the things that I'm doing, but you cannot do that. I see you over there and all you still want to do is hang out and do different things, but I want you to come with me. How do I approach this situation and then tell you that it's not working out and I'm moving on? Can I do that in an amicable way?
I mean, you could do it amicably or blah, blah, blah. You could do that. I get you.
She reading, but she ain't reading as much as me.
Anyways, you can do that, but it may only be on your end.
Okay.
Because a lot of times if the person's not ready to change and grow and you decide that you want to leave because that person hasn't grown, then, the person that is being left is sitting there feeling resentment for the relationship. And probably not quite understanding what went wrong.
Turning into Oprah's
episode.
Until
that person is able to identify, hey, maybe I am a part of the reason why this relationship ended. Mm-hmm. They may have a hard time, moving on in a peaceful way.
And adjusting to new life.
Yeah. But, life comes in waves. Once you get past that hard season.
Life comes in waves. Once you get off one surfboard, hop on another one and ride that shit out. Aloha. That's what they say. Come on, man. Why can't I say that? On the episode, I'm asking a question. Life comes in waves. If you get off one surfboard, hop on another one. Aloha. It's going to be the name of this episode, possibly. I'm thinking about it right now.
All right.
But also, I'm going to say this last thing, I'm going to move on. If you're that stagnant and you really can't figure things out, I firmly believe that therapy is good, dating is good, but just taking out time, sitting down, we can just get to know the person again. I like that. That's all I want to say. I want to reiterate what you said.
Okay.
Why you out here like that, nigga? I'm giving out gems. You the one gave them
You didn't give out no gems this episode.
I didn't know what to say. I was about to talk about
something silly. Okay? He was about to talk about something silly as hell.
I was about to talk about sinus sex because, boy, my eyes over here itching right now. And imagine me trying to have sex with her and I'm hitting from the back and I sneeze. What you gonna think about that?
This is what I deal with every day. I be waiting for him to elevate past this stupid shit, but he's not.
I can't, man.
But
think about it, right? Think about it. You out there right now. You taking Zyrtec, Claritin, and Benadryl. Nothing is seeming to work. But when you get into bed with your woman, you are hot and ready, like a little Caesar's pizza. And then y'all get to going, and all of a sudden, you know, you get that little, you about to sneeze. And then you sneeze, if you're doing missionary, in the face.
All right, Mary.
Or if you sneeze, and you're doing a doggy, you sneeze on her back. Do you keep going?
This is the most irrelevant conversation I've ever had. I would prefer to not be sneezed on my back during sex.
Do you keep going?
Like,
do you laugh? What happens?
No.
What happens?
I don't because all I can think about is sprinkles of spit on my back. Like, that would just kill it for me.
See, that's what I need to know. So the water's going to shut off. You're going to shut my water off right there.
Shut your water off.
Rap.
Like...
People need to know this type of content because listen
People do not need to know this type of content.
Somebody's out there right now with stage 5 allergies, and every time they go outside, they sneeze. Then they bring this shit back in. They got pollen all over their clothes. They trying to get a little butt, and they sneezing everywhere. Come on, man.
And I mean, the allergies are really bad right now.
See,
I was talking to
it.
a random guy at Trader Joe's.
Oh, whoa. You talking to a random?
Yeah. I was buying a gardenia.
Oh,
and he stopped me, and he was like... You know about plants? He was like, it's a perennial. Bro. He's like, but you need to buy 2 so they can thrive off of each other. And I was like, do I really need 2? He said, yeah. Then he pulled up his phone. I guess he's like a gardener. And he had
black dude.
He was black.
Boy, let me tell y'all something. We gotta talk about
this. Pictures of plants and stuff. I was with Ophelia. I wasn't even by myself.
I gotta talk about it.
But I was talking to him, and I noticed him sniff. And then he, like, you know how when your nose is running and you can see that glisten of snot. Right there. It's your nose. And he had that going on. And I could not stop looking at it. And I was like, damn.
Sinus season.
Because I was like, dang, is it COVID? But then I was like, nah, them allergies probably fucking him up right now.
And he was really trying to holler. All right, cheat code.
He was not trying to holler.
Cheat code.
And he was old.
It don't matter. What the old man penis ain't working? That nigga ain't got eyes? Well, oh, you're tripping right now.
If I was into old men, he wouldn't have been my type. But I did appreciate his advice on the plants. And so now what I need you to do is go buy some mulch so we can remulch the flower bed and I can plant my gardenias.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. I didn't have a relationship. Now I do.
Now unqualified advice from B-Loves and B-Loves relationTIP.
I told Indy before we start this episode, I said, man, I need a relationTIP. Thank you. That's why she's her. It's funny to me. This relationship is brought to you by Unbearable again. You see the vibes. The back is nice too on this shirt. It's funny to me how back in the day, the guys used to get clowned for doing certain things. Gardening, journaling, hell, reading.
I wouldn't have never clowned a nigga for doing this stuff. No, don't speak generally.
I'm not speaking where I am.
That's the closed-minded girls.
Majority of women back in the day when we were like in high school, bruh, you said on the episode.
High school?
Going into college too. Come on. Oh my God. Going into college and like probably like somewhere between 9th grade and sophomore, junior year of college is 100% true what I'm about to say. Dudes used to get clowned for, once again, gardening, reading, journaling. Hell, some even making up their bed, having a clean room. Every time I get on Instagram, I see a nigga flapping out his sheets. I'm like, bro, this is what are we doing now?
I don't know what he's talking about. You used to keep a clean room. I never clowned you for making your bed.
I'm saying in general.
Okay.
This is things, and she's being so naive right now.
No, I'm not.
On the left, when we had Rashawn on, both of you guys said this. I used to have a thing for gangsters.
in high school when I was young and dumb.
That's what I'm saying. I said that to the beginning.
Yeah, but you can't compare that to grown ass
the
people
cheat
now.
code. Fellas out there right now, my relationship, I'm giving you the cheat code. I'm going to tell you 3 things to successfully get you a woman and what to post on your social media. Number 1, plants. That's the biggest thing right now. If you see some plants, go out there and start to shout out to my guy BJ. BJ know how to plant some shit for real.
Yeah, I would love for you to hit him up.
See what I'm saying?
And just learn how to, just learn how to grow some kale. We can do it together because I really want to raise garden, and I'm kind of running out of time to plant this stuff. So what I'm saying is, like, you can help me. Maybe reach out and be like, hey, is it too late for me to plant some kale and stuff?
Hey, listen, keep doing your thing, brother.
BJ grew his wife's salad.
BJ, what you talking about?
He grew his wife's salad.
That's
He grew Taliba's salad. She was eating kale from their garden. I said, look at that. They being healthy.
Man, the truth.
And eating from the earth. I want to eat from the earth.
I'm just trying to eat from Mother Earth.
I would like.
We all want to eat something.
I would like for us to learn how to do those things together. But Baird is so uninterested in it.
Back to my relationship. The cheat code, once again. Plants. Get you a snake plant. What other plants you can't kill that you always killing?
Well, I'm talking about a garden.
The devil's spit,
no. Okay, so snake plant, very easy to take care of. Pothos, those are very easy to take care of. And peace lilies are very... And ZZ plants.
ZZ. Fellas, get you a plant. Get you some, dim lights. Not this kind of bright in here right now. But get, the yellow tone lights. Cut them down real low, all the way to dim. Get you a little natural light coming in the window and just kind of do a video pan of the house with plants. Number 1. Next, fake like you're writing something intelligent down. Go get you a goddamn Einstein quote.
Or it doesn't have to be intelligent. You can just write your thoughts and your feelings and get some of the craziness out of your head onto paper.
Have a video of you writing down by your plants. Last and not least, this bothers me to no end. Why do we need a medal for being clean all of a sudden? Like she said, I've been clean all my life.
Now, I don't love that content either, though. I don't love that content because I tell people all the time, you will never see me doing house content because we have a very lived-in house. We have a very lived-in house.
I want to
you
get
can tell
that
people live here.
Oh yeah.
So that type of content, it don't inspire me or nothing. It just.
But I'm talking about the folks, the guys specifically. And I'm not hating. I get it. Do what you do. I know why you're doing it. I would do it too if I were you. So I'm getting all the other brothers that don't know the cheat code. Make your bed. Plants, writing an intelligent quote and posting it up after you get done writing a video. Tape yourself writing it down.
That's not what they're doing.
And then flap your sheets. Oh,
they're journaling. They're journaling. They're not writing quotes. They're journaling.
They went and got a Bible quote that don't nobody really know about and then kind of plagiarize.
Are there not men that just journal their thoughts and feelings?
Possibly.
That's what they're doing or pretending to do. They're not writing quotes.
Back in the day, boy, you saw a man journal, you would take his journal and read it to the class and laugh at him.
That's terrible. I hope my son never becomes a bully because that's bully behavior.
It is. He's going to be a true player for real. That's Puff Daddy.
He's being raised to be a gentleman and not to make fun of people.
Bonus, if you can get you some skates and just skate one lap around the skating rink. It don't gotta be perfect.
Men do be looking sexy when they know how to skate, because Usher been doing it for me.
That's Usher though. I mean, that's
some other guys too. I follow 3 men that skate on Instagram.
But ain't nobody smooth. Usher look like butter out there.
Usher does look like butter.
I'm talking about parquet. I'm like, this nigga is Jesus on skates. He look that smooth.
Maybe them people that come out of Atlanta, a lot of them niggas just know how to skate.
See what I'm saying? I gotta get some skates to get some sex. So after this episode,
you don't know how to skate, so I'm not looking for you in skates to turn me on.
Crazy.
You can't skate, Beard.
I'm going to take her to the skating rink and we're gonna do a video and I'm gonna show y'all how cold I am. Now my mind has changed. I'm gonna be out there fool like Usher. Watch. What's the damn joke?
We've been skating before. I know you can't skate.
I was watching my son. Make
That's
sure he
not
didn't
true.
fall.
You can't skate. It's okay.
Hey.
You're great at a lot of things.
I'm
That's not
going
one.
to skate.
Okay. Well, he's gonna skate, guys.
It's skate for sex, obviously. That's what we got to do. She got to rouse. Talking about, ooh, Usher. Ooh. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
I want to be like that too.
Boy, move on. Move on.
Cheat code, fellas. I gave it to you. And also, bonus, Mother's Day. It's Sunday. If you haven't booked the brunch already, probably too late. But you can take it to Chili's and Applebee's. Do something. Don't just sit back and look foolish, man. Get your woman something.
Or
get your mama something too, bro.
Or you can cook for them. Do a brunch. It's Sunday. The weather's probably going to be nice. You can put some stuff on the grill.
Picnic, bro. Picnic her up. You know what I'm saying? We going out. We already told her where we going, so she knows. She already got a gift. She already know the vibes. I saw something else downstairs. I got it. I'm ready. Now I just got to get my son to make him, he got to, if you got a kid, let your kid make a personalized Mother's Day gift. It makes the coochie get wet too. I'm telling y'all out there from experience. I'm me. Trust me. Give it up one time. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it then.
Let her upgrade you. What would India do?
What?
WWID. What would India do? Kick it.
Why is it doing this? Okay. My boyfriend's friend. Boyfriend's friend.
Yeah.
My boyfriend's friend is nonstop flirting with me in front of his fiance. My boyfriend and I have been together for a little over 3 years now, and we're both completely happy with our relationship. From the beginning, his friend, John, that's not his real name, has always been a little flirty with me or has made unsolicited comments about my appearance. About a year and a half ago, John started dating Jackie, also not her real name, and they quickly got engaged. My boyfriend and I have always questioned their relationship, not directly to them, but they don't seem like the best match. Anyway, to this day, John continues to flirt, stare at my boobs, or make other comments about my appearance. At dinner the other night, he was talking about some celebrity and talking directly to me said, "You're way hotter than this celebrity," with Jackie, the fiance, sitting right next to him. I literally wear crew neck shirts and wear incredibly average outfits because it's so weird. I just ignore every comment he makes about me and try to have a pleasant conversation with Jackie, but as expected, she always seems a bit bummed out. On top of everything, Jackie and I look nothing alike, so I think those comments are even harder on her. So should my boyfriend talk to his friend about being a crappy fiance? We've been going back and forth about it for the last 2 nights. I think that's it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Should her boyfriend talk to the fiance?
I don't think a boyfriend should talk to his friend about being a shitty fiance. He need to check him for looking at his damn girlfriend.
That is.
Like, the fiance needs to check him.
That's
for his inappropriate comments, and your boyfriend needs to check him for looking at you. Where's the confusion?
It ain't none. It's kind of a cut and dry one right here.
Ain't gonna be no double dates. We done.
It's over with, cuz. Like, why you sitting there saying stuff like that, man? If that's your homeboys, my homeboys would never say anything like that.
I would feel so uncomfortable if one of theirs said, "You look fine as hell tonight." No.
We ain't even got the same type. I don't think me and my partners got the same type at all. They know what I like. I know what they like. I'm with who I like. They with who they like.
The only compliments that I get from his friends that I've ever gotten from his friends was like, "You fresh as hell."
You can say you look
like,
nice.
They've commented that I dress well. That's it. It's never gonna be. And I have never caught his friends looking directly at a body part or nothing. Them folks look me in my eyes and treat me like their little sister. That's it.
Yeah, so it's wild that his friend, is that really his friend? That's a better question because I don't think it is. And I really believe if you let your guard down, he's going to be trying to get at you. So he needs to talk to his homeboy about that. If everything else, let's nip this in the bud right now, bro. You're not going to be looking and complimenting my girl the way you can compliment her, but don't say inappropriate stuff to her at all. Definitely not in front of me and think it's sweet, because it ain't.
Yeah.
And we can turn this bitch out. You feel me?
Yeah, well, that was easy. That's all I got to say about that.
I forgot to shout out my homeboy at the top of the episode, too, so I hope y'all made it this far. Shout out to my guy, Jay Fields, man. Give it up for the homie one time. Jay Fields threw an incredible event at Soho House this past week, matter of fact.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of how the week started off, why she's so tired for the next 2 or 3 weeks. We got invited out.
I went out twice in 1 week.
You did?
No. I went out 2 weekends in a row.
2 weekends in a row.
And then in one of them weeks, I went out twice in 1 week.
I got cameras. I told y'all I wasn't playing.
So,
I'm not playing.
Shout out to me.
Shout out to Fields. What are you doing right now? We shout out to the homie.
But yeah, for real, shout out to Jay Fields, man. Because I had a great time.
That was a good time, bro.
It was a fun party. It was nice. It was my age appropriate party.
Yeah.
It was how I like to get down.
I feel like that we were in a whole entire new city when we were in the Soul House that night. The vibes were just different. It felt like, and if this is how Nashville is about to be, well, damn it, I'm happy to say this is home because that was a good time. And
because I've been trying to get the F out of Nashville.
Boy.
Every chance I get, I'd be like, wouldn't you like to move?
And I'm trying to go to LA.
I'm not trying to go to LA, but I would definitely like to move outside of Nashville. And I'd be like, from our mouths to God's ears.
Come on,
I'd be like, guys, send us where you think where we need to be. Send us where you think we gonna thrive.
So I'm waiting. It's coming.
Unless you think we supposed to be thriving in Nashville.
It may be the case. But anyway, shout out to the homie, man. I didn't forget about you, man. And kind of famous. The clothes. I'm going to wear the shirt next time on the pod. Tell the people they can find you at.
India.Marie on Instagram. Book me for Pilates.
Tap in. Sexy Flexy over here. You can find your boy B-Love1911 on all social platforms. Be sure to follow She and I Podcast on Instagram. Leave us a message. She and I Podcast at gmail.com. I'm laughing. We have 2 email addresses, right?
Oh, Lord, y'all.
We have a business email address, which is info@sheandIpodcast.com. And we have a She and I Podcast at gmail.com for like you guys to send us questions or for us to talk back to you. It's Gmail, right? I'm gonna make a long story short right here.
We have missed so many opportunities over the past 6 months because ain't nobody been checking their damn email.
I thought she was checking it because it was going on her phone.
Checking it.
And we had a big interview,
maybe he just doesn't.
I'm hurt by it. I'm hurt.
Maybe he just doesn't listen. I mean, I'm sorry. I thought that maybe he just wasn't using it. Like, I thought that maybe he had removed that email address from all of our social sites so no one could reach us on that email. But that is not true. And, like, there was a really big interview that I was trying to land back in January.
She landed it.
I landed it. Never saw the response.
We didn't.
So let us pray that we still able to do the interview, eventually. But God's timing, okay?
No, we working.
We ain't missing out on nothing else.
I'm finna set it up on my phone today. Also, the live show. I almost missed that email, but
we said May. It's gonna be July.
Had to push it back. I wasn't checking the email.
But it's coming. We for real.
It's coming.
July live show.
Fool with us if you're cool with us. You know the vibrations. But in the meantime, in between time, it's been real. It's been fun. I out.